Times are not the same. We do have to look at this realistically. And the truth of the matter is that nearly anything related to females these days has the potential for danger.
Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. I just recently did a video about paternity by estoppel, which means that a single mother could sue a man that she's dating for child support for a child she had with another man. If you're single and you're a man dating single mothers, if you haven't seen that video yet, you might want to check it out. I put the link in the description box below. Well, it gets a little deeper. Now you can get sued as a man who watches a single mother's child as a favor to her, meaning she doesn't pay you. There's a woman that asked in the comments section of a video if she could sue her responsible male neighbor for child support who watched her kid every now and then and didn't take money for it. Take a listen to Dennis Sperling, who is a lawyer, speaking about that matter.
You don't think women are thinking about this? Let's read this post. Can you make a male babysitter pay child support? I'm a single mom going to college with my sister. We currently rent an apartment together. A couple of weeks ago, I asked my neighbor, a trustworthy guy, if he could watch the kids for 2 hours. Well, I went to class and my sister wasn't home and he agreed. If he babysits and doesn't accept pay, can I sue him for child support because he took on a fatherly role? I'm sure I can convince the court that he accepted the fatherly role. So basically what I'm saying is, if you're not careful, you could get caught up in a situation where you could have a judge, a woman sue you. Yes, and so the answer, her first question, can you sue him? Yes, you can sue him. Now, can you get a lawyer to sue him? That's gonna be based on whether or not a lawyer feels like there's a good faith claim. I'm telling you guys, there's a judge out there.
Oh yeah.
That will say, well, this case, we're not gonna dismiss it on summary judgment. We're gonna let it go to trial. Everybody deserves their day in court. And you gotta pay for that. And heaven forbid you say, I'm out of money. And your lawyer says, well, you know, maybe you can settle. And then you end up paying child support for a child that's not yours. Or you go to a jury trial, you get a judgment, and it's either favorable or unfavorable, and it gets appealed. So now you're caught up in a situation where you're paying money. Imagine spending 7 years in your 20s or 30s while you're trying to build yourself up. Your money is going to pay for some case for child support for a kid that's not yours. Imagine how much of a drain that would be on you. And that's why I'm just telling you, young men, older men, every man, just be aware.
Women doing this type of garbage is yet another reason why so many of us men don't want to be bothered dating single mothers. No matter which way a man goes with women in Western society, there's always some woman setting up a trap for him. The biggest issue I have is they'll do all these different things to try to get money from men that they didn't have the children with, but the men that they had the children with, they let them off the hook. It's getting to the point where you can't do anything from women in Western culture anymore. They've been predicting that by the year 2030, the majority of women will be single and childless. Now you can add to the list that they're not going to get any help from men altogether. They say women can do everything a man can do, and they can do it by themselves. And that's exactly what's going to happen here in the near future. Remember when women were going on TikTok and showing that they could change tires all by themselves? But then there were women complaining that when they got a flat tire, men wouldn't help them. Remember the chick who took the guy to court because she claimed they had a bad date and tried to sue him for $10,000?
No, the last time we spoke, the last time we were in court, I never changed anything. It's just that he was not properly served. So I had to get an address for him in order for him to be properly served. That's what was the last incident that transpired, was for me to get a correct address for him.
Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning to represent yourself on this?
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date, one date, and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
It's a false statement made under oath. Under oath. When did he testify to something that he lied about?
And if you haven't seen that video yet, I put that link in the description box below too. A lot of us men have already started ignoring women when we're out in public because we have no idea how she's going to respond if we say anything to them.
Let's take a quick poll. By a show of hands, how in the past year,
How many of you all have walked by a black woman and just kept looking forward in the past year? Damn. Okay. How many of y'all have done it more than once in the past year? All right. How many of y'all have done it more than 5 times in the past year? Damn. How many of y'all make this a normal practice when you see black women on the street? Instead of saying, what's up, sister, or even acknowledging her presence, y'all just walk by and look straight. That's a fucking normal practice. God damn. Ladies, this is the climate you created.
And I too will admit, when I'm out and about, when I walk past a black woman, I do not acknowledge that she's even in my presence, unless they speak to me first, which does happen from time to time. Other than that, I mind my own business and quietly keep it moving.
Sadly, some women are beginning to think this way. And the way the court system is going these days, I wouldn't trust anyone. It seems as if anything is possible where there's a dollar and a dream. All one has got to do is find an eager attorney and a judge that wants to make a point. Despite all the boss bee stuff we hear about online, many women out here are getting desperate. We see what's going on in the world. Times are getting tough for a lot of folks. The cost of living is sky high and many can't make ends meet. And for a number of women, they're looking toward men as that supplemental income. It almost seems as if men are the new side hustle. It's not like back in the old days where stepdads weren't dragged financially. You see, we can't have nice things anymore. I remember growing up as a kid, there was like a dude down the block. He was like a father to all the boys that didn't have dads. He would teach them mechanic skills and how to build things. Today, a man like that could be sued by a multitude of women for taking on a fatherly role. Times are not the same. We do have to look at this realistically. And the truth of the matter is that nearly anything related to females these days has the potential for danger.
Be sure to share this video with every man you know, especially single men, so they don't get caught up and catch a case from one of these trifling single mothers. This is sad for single mothers with good intentions, because the bad single mothers are causing all women in Western culture to self-destruct right before our very own eyes. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these 2 videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.